Good morning and welcome to Miracles with Mary Ellen. Of course, I'm Mary Ellen, and you can always connect with me through AskMaryEllen.com. Now, what do I mean by Mary Ellen's miracle moment? Well, I also bring you Miracles with Mary Ellen, which is totally different. Mary Ellen's miracle moment is an inspirational story to get a point across to you that you can use in your life. And you can also use these stories with your children and your grandchildren to inspire and motivate them to live the life that you want them to live and that they want to create for themselves. All of my inspirational stories always begin with once upon a time, so let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a carpenter. Now, this carpenter was the best carpenter around because he had a work ethic that was high, A++. He always used the best materials. He didn't cut any corners. He took his time and he really put his heart and his passion into what he did. His boss loved him for this because he knew he could always count on this carpenter to always do his best. Well, one day this carpenter went to the boss and said, I'm getting older and I want to be able to spend some time with my wife and my family, so I think I'm going to have to retire. Oh, the boss was so sad upon hearing this, and he understood that it is always important to spend time with your family while you're still active. So the boss asked the carpenter, "Would you do me one last favor?" And the carpenter said, "Well, what is it?" And the boss said, "Well, would you build me one more house?" Because, see, this is what the carpenter had been doing on his job. They were building homes. So the carpenter reluctantly said, "Okay, I'll build one more home." So the carpenter began building his last home. Now his passion had faded and he really wanted to retire, so his work ethic was not as high as it usually was. He used mediocre materials and he tended to cut corners, which he never did. Yet he still did a good job. It just wasn't up to his high standards as usual. Now, when he finished the home, he went over to his boss and he said, "Okay, I'm finished. Come over and look at the home." The boss walked over and he had the keys to the home and he gave these keys to the carpenter. And he said, "This is your home, free of charge. I am giving this home to you for all of the many years of service and great work that you've always done for me." The carpenter was shocked. What a wonderful gift he was getting from his boss. And of course, if the carpenter had known he was building a home for himself, he would have used his usual A++ effort, and he would have used his usual wonderful materials. Yet he didn't know that. So he didn't do his usual good job. And this was a very sad way to end a career that had always been so perfect. Now, how can we use the moral of this story to be applied to your life or the life of your children? Well, every day when you wake up, there is an opportunity to do your best, to put your best foot forward. Yet how many times do we wake up, we might have something on our list to do or somebody to connect with, and we go, we're either too scared or fearful to go out and connect with them. Or we say, well, I'll do this today, but I'm going to put that off for tomorrow. And you put it off and you put it off, or maybe you just do mediocre work and you're not doing the best you can. Then one day you find yourself shocked. You find yourself just totally shocked that your life isn't the way it's supposed to be. The house you built, the life you built has flaws and errors due to your lack of effort. You cannot go back and rebuild your house or life overnight. Yet you can begin today to wake up to the opportunities, to get out of bed and put your best foot forward. Do your best work every single minute of every single day to leave our world a little bit better than when you came. Remember, life is always a do-it-yourself project. You might want other people to support you or follow you or give you comments or whatever. Yet you have to do the work yourself. No one's going to do it for you. You never know who's watching. So, I always try to come on and do the best I can for you. And on Monday, I'll have Miracles with Mary Ellen, and I'm going to be speaking about the miracle of change. What is change? How can you handle change better? And I'll be giving you some tips about change. If you've liked this Miracles with Mary Ellen's Miracle Moment, please share it with your friends and connect with me through askmaryellen.com, and just go forward and have some fun this weekend, because that's what life's all about. Do your best today and every single day to make our world better, more positive, more successful, more uplifting. I'll see you on Monday with Miracles with Mary Ellen. Bye-bye.